If you want the clearest proof in the world that there are no such things as clairvoyance, you only have to visit a casino. They are temples erected to the absolute certainty of uncertainty. For every person who claims that they once had a vision of the number 12, that they went up to a roulette table, planked their everything on 12, and then walked away with a fortune in their pockets, there are 36 people who had the same vision, planked their same everything, and stumbled away broke. Casinos live on what they call their vigorish. In roulette, there are 36 numbers. If you place one single chip, en plein, as they say, on one of those numbers and it comes up, the casino will give you in return 35 chips, tax-free. Honest odds of 35 to 1, you might think. But no. There are in fact 37 numbers on the wheel. There is a 0. The house should therefore pay odds of 36 to 1 on every en plein bet. That difference of 1 in 37 is the vigorish. This tiny percentage pays for the croupiers, the furniture and props, the surveillance cameras, and all the paraphernalia of a well-appointed casino, leaving enough over in profit to justify government bribes, gang warfare, and all the muscle an anxious concessionaire can bring to bear on rivals and authorities to enable him to run his gaming house free from interference. Casinos do not cheat. There are no magnets under the wheel, no loaded dice, no marked cards. The mathematics does all the work for them. In American roulette, it grieves me to say, there is not only a 0, there is also a double 0. They more than double their vigorish. Americans, as we know from countless Hollywood dialogues, like an edge. I'm full of all this nonsense at the moment because I'm currently staying in the south of France, barely a crap's roll away from any number of casinos who are more than willing to let me prove the immutability of the laws of probability. In conversation with a number of the croupiers, I have been wondering at the amazing gall of American casinos and their double zeros. Before the first sortie was flown in the Gulf War, over a month ago, I remember seeing on television a number of street interviews with American citizens. They were nearly all in favor of using force against Saddam. One of the reasons they gave was that they were fed up with America being kicked around. To anyone but an American, such an idea is fantastic in the extreme. Americans are kicked around. Ask a national from any other country how much they think the most powerful nation on earth has been bullied and coerced like a fall guy on the world stage, and you will hear what Americans call the horse's laugh. We've been there before ourselves. From the first Afghan war to Rhodesia's UDI, the British felt themselves ill-used by smaller countries. You only have to read our press comments at the time of the Boer War or Indian Mutiny to see this. It is the fate of a dominant power to feel a kind of paranoia, to see itself as a Gulliver, pegged by the hair and fingers to the ground by hordes of squeaking Lilliputians. This is not by any means to say one thing or the other about the justification for the war against Iraq or any war, merely to try and understand the American point of view. As they see it, their might and their sense of moral responsibility gives them a duty to police the world, and yet they are derided and traduced every time they attempt to do so. As a dominant power, they are used to an edge, a double 0, massive superiority in conventional forces and unparalleled nuclear capability. But it is an edge they can never cash in on. To use nuclear power against a non-nuclear nation would be regarded as genocidal mania. To assemble all their conventional forces in one place would be logistically impossible and leave dangerous gaps in other parts of the world. Their edge disappears, and they feel mightily hard done by. Suddenly, any punter with enough chips to sustain big losses at successive spins of the wheel looks as if he can come close to breaking the bank. The odds are almost matched, and America has lost its vigorish. It complains to the world that it is being kicked around, and everyone laughs to hear a giant complain that its ankles are being nipped. Next time, they swear, next time they will come in with a 000, SDI, lasers from satellites, whatever they can dream up. Next time, no one will kick their butts. But next time is the cry of the irretrievably lost gambler. As the errant computer discovered at the end of the film War Games, the only winning move is not to play.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.